Hey guys, how's everyone doing? It's me, Spirit Star City, and today I am back again with another video. Today I just thought that I would talk about signs you might start to notice when you start to get more spiritually in touch with yourself. Now, when you start to get more spiritually in touch with yourself, you're getting in touch with the part of yourself that isn't physical. You're getting in touch with the spiritual part of yourself, and the spiritual part of yourself is not physical. So naturally, a lot of the things, pretty much all the things you'll start to notice when you start to spiritually awaken will naturally be things that aren't physical as well. So naturally, a lot of these things are going to be more along the lines of just intuitively just knowing that something is different and not really being able to explain it. So really, that's the first thing that you'll probably notice when you start to spiritually awaken. The first sign is that you'll probably notice that your world, just in general, like your entire world just feels different. You can't really place your finger on it, but you just sort of know that something is different. So that's probably like the first subtle sign that you're starting to spiritually awaken. Another sign is that you're thinking more positively, just in general, you're focusing a lot more on just being more positive, focusing more on having more positive energy, and not really focusing anymore on any the negative energies and things like that. You start to feel more positive and happy, and this sort of leads to the second thing, the third thing I'm about to mention. You also start to feel a lot more healthy, because naturally when you start to think a lot more positively, you're going to feel a lot more healthy. But when I say healthy, I'm not just talking about spiritually healthy either. I'm talking physically healthy also, because again, when you start to think more positively, you naturally feel a lot more just healthy, and also you start to feel a little bit more conscious about what you're putting into your body, and really just being more conscious about seeing your body as more of a temple. Now, I'm not saying you're going to start wanting to go full vegan or anything, or vegetarian or anything like that. I'm not talking anything like that extreme, but I'm just saying you'll probably just start to want to incorporate more fresh fruits and vegetables into your diet, and maybe lay off on a lot of the junk foods and things like that. So again, I'm not saying you're gonna want to go full vegan or anything, but just in general, just focusing more on eating more healthier. And also, this is going to probably lead to you feeling a lot more energetic, waking up in the mornings and just for no reason at all, just waking up early in the mornings and just having all the energy you need for the day. It's a little hard to describe, but it's kind of weird, and I know it's a little hard to believe, waking up early in the mornings and just being ready for the day. Trust me, that can happen. It's not that weird. It's not anything supernatural or anything. But that's things like that might start to be a little bit more common for you. You might start to become more of a morning person than you normally would. You also start to become a lot more thankful and just grateful for what you have in your life right now, and really focusing more on being thankful for the little things you have in life and not taking it for granted. Whereas before, you might have just never even thought twice about certain things, and now you're suddenly might start thinking, just waking up in the mornings and just being thankful every day for what you have, and just not taking it for granted, and just really appreciating everything and everyone that you have in your life. Also, you might start to become more empathetic and really focusing a lot more on what you say to others and how you treat other people. This sort of goes back to thinking more positively, but you really just start to become a lot more just conscious about what you say to other people and how you're treating other people, and making sure you're treating everyone else with kindness and compassion. You also start to ask yourself a lot more questions, and one of the big questions you'll probably start asking yourself is what's my purpose, what's my meaning, or things like that. Big questions like that. You start asking yourself a lot more questions, and you also start to sort of let go this is probably like a separate sign on its own, but if you previously like had any like walls around you, that sort of like limit like your way of thinking, any like dogmatic just like ideas, things that you just sort of accepted ideas, but you didn't really stop to question why you believe that. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but if you have like any like just like mental walls that stop you from being more open-minded, then when you start to spiritually awaken, you'll probably start like to tear down those walls a little bit more, and you'll start to become a lot more open-minded. Probably one of the biggest signs that you're starting to spiritually awaken is that you suddenly have like this understanding of how your life, all the things that you've experienced, all the bad things as well as all the good things, have all been for a purpose. They all have a meaning behind them. They all have a purpose behind them, and you start to really understand that it's not what happens to you that matters. It's what you learn from like those experiences that happen to you. It's what matters the most. It's hard to understand. Saying this one, I know it's a little kind of like a biggie, but if you start to like understand why all these why your life is the way it is, and you know why you experienced all these, and really just sort of accept all the things that have happened to you, I think that's probably one of the biggest signs of like spiritual like awakening. No, I've read a lot of articles, blogs, and seen a lot of videos that say like when you start to like spiritually awaken, your third eye starts to open up. But I'm actually not going to talk about that. I'm not going to say that that's one of the signs you'll start to notice. Not because I don't believe in that. Don't get me wrong, I actually do believe in those things like 100%. The thing is though, I just have never really experienced that for myself. So I just personally don't feel I can rightly talk about that if I haven't experienced it for myself. And that's something I really try to that's something I really do in all my videos. Like I never talk about anything that I haven't experienced for myself and like talk about it as if I know like everything about it, because I really just want to give people like the best quality information, and I believe that the best quality information that I can give people is what I have experienced and what I know to be true. But don't just take my word for it. Like this is going to be different for everyone. Not everyone is going to experience these exact things. So maybe for you, you might experience these. You might start to experience like the opening of the third eye and maybe awakening of certain psychic abilities. But I'm not going to say that any of these are for a fact you're going to experience them. These are all. What you experience is going to be unique to you, and it's not going to be something that it's like exactly like someone else. Everyone is different. Everyone experiences different things. So naturally, we're not going to experience like the same signs or symptoms or whatever whenever we all start to spiritually awaken. It's different for everyone, and we're all going to experience something differently. And I don't think that's something that I can really stress enough. Like don't just take my word for everything I just said. Like don't just think, oh, all of these exact things are going to happen for me if I start to spiritually awaken. No, it's going to be different for everyone, and if you want these things to happen to you, then I'm sure they will, and some things might come a little bit more easier than others, and some things might be a little bit harder, but I personally have just never gotten my like third eye to open up. I've never had like any like psychic abilities awaken or anything, and I've never been able to like astral project yet. I've had a few lucid dreams, but those are pretty few and far between. So I do make videos talking like about lucid dreaming, but I've never made a video talking about astral projection yet, because the reason for that is I've never experienced an astral projection. Therefore, I don't feel comfortable talking about something that I'm not familiar with personally, and that I don't have any actual experience with. So I hope you can all understand that. I hope all this makes sense, and I hope this video was helpful in some sort of way, in one way or another, and I hope everyone at least got something out of it. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Feel free to subscribe. I'm planning on making a lot more videos like these in the future. Leave a like, leave a comment if any of these, if you can relate to any of these things. And I hope I will see you all at my next video, whenever that will be. Whatever it's about. Who knows? I have like several ideas of like videos that I want to make, and I'm really looking forward to just taking like a day where I can just sit down and just make videos just talking about something. Anyway, enough of my rambling. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.